Hello, I'm Statman Dave. Welcome back to another episode of Box to Box, brought to you by our official digital transformation partners, HCL. As you can still see, we're in lockdown, we're in our homes, and we're still doing video calls. But today, of course, we've got our midfield magician, Juan Mata, to dive into a bit of box to box and his free kicks. Juan, you're back to training. How's it feel?
Yeah, we're back to training just only 1 or 2 days ago, and it has felt very good. I think everyone is in great spirits, looking forward to start to training even more and in groups, but of course following the rules, and everyone looking nice, looking sharp and eager to play football.
So let's start looking at this free kick masterclass. Juan, by a free kick you actually took for Chelsea against Manchester United with David De Gea in goal. It gave United fans a little bit of a glimpse of what you could do from the dead ball. An unbelievable save, Juan, and I'd say an unbelievable free kick.
Yeah, I would say that is more a masterclass of a save than a free kick, but it was the 91st or 92nd minute of the game. It was the last breath of the game. It was 3-3, I think, the result. And as soon as I hit the ball, it was a bit farther. It was a bit too far for me, for my preferred distance. But as soon as I hit the ball, I felt that it was going in. It was going top corner. And then suddenly, at the end of the move, I saw David's hand reaching the impossible and making an unbelievable save, like you can see. And yeah, of course, it was a glimpse of what David can do. He always tells me that it was a very important save for him, for his confidence and his improvement. I'm very happy to be part of that. At the moment, I was not happy because it wasn't a goal, but it was a magnificent save.
So you can credit yourself for getting David De Gea on the right path at Manchester United with a wonderful save when you played for Chelsea.
Let's say so, yeah.
So let's move on to the free kicks that you've scored for Manchester United. First up, the free kick against Newcastle. What would you say to young players that are just starting to come into the game when, taking a free kick like this in sort of a high pressure moment?
I always try to imagine myself like when I practice in training. Of course, it's very difficult to get away with the pressure and the fans and the sound and everything. But I think it's very important to practice the technique. And once you are in this situation, of course, your heart rate is high, you may be losing or drawing or winning, but the situation is impossible to replicate in training. But as long as you have the technique right and you focus on hitting the ball like you want to hit it and taking the right distance, you have more chances to score. So this particular free kick, it was against Newcastle. We won that game. And I normally try to focus on getting the ball over the wall, and then the goalkeeper has a difficult job to do. If you're closer to the box or closer to the goal, the goalkeeper has very, very little chance of arriving to the ball because the ball moves quicker than any human body. So what I try to focus is on hitting the ball just over the second, third man of the wall, and then making it spin going down so it can fall back into the goal. So it was a nice goal against Newcastle. We could win the game, and it was nice because I went straight to David to celebrate at that time.
Really nice moment. So you're saying for young players, line up your free kick with a man in the wall and then use the dip of the ball to sort of bamboozle the goalkeeper.
Yeah, that's one of the techniques. I think you can also, of course, look at the goalkeeper. I also look at the position of the goalkeeper, because sometimes you know that, or you pretend that you're gonna shoot over the wall, but then if you see that the goalkeeper has moved or is gonna make a move a little bit earlier, depending on the behavior that the goalkeeper normally has in free kicks, then you can go for his post, and that's a very painful one for the goalkeepers. They normally don't want to go early because if the ball goes over the wall and it goes into the top corner, it's good from the taker. But if you score in their goal, in their post, it's kind of a mistake from them, and they don't want to do that. So I think there's different things to consider. One is to hit the ball with the technique that you want. Second is to look at the wall and see if there is any space, or even under the wall, because sometimes the wall jumps, so you can hit it under the wall. And third, the goalkeeper. Where is he? Is he looking like he's going to move early and then aiming?
So let's move on to another free kick. This one, your favourite for Manchester United, right, against Southampton?
It's one of the nicest ones, I would say. Probably not my favorite. My favorite should be against Juventus
Oh, yeah.
away. It was a nice free kick. We won the game also coming back with that goal. But this one is very good for the technique and the fly of the ball. It felt very nice when I hit. Robin van Persie made the first run, which normally is trying to distract the goalkeeper. As you can see, he was a little bit distracted. And then I just tried to hit with my normal technique, up and down, and there was no chance for the goalkeeper in that moment.
So again, it's another moment where you're sort of using your technique, you're using the practice on the training ground to really impact a game of football. Of course, dead ball situations, very, very dangerous, especially, near the goal like yourself. You can see Giggs, Nicky Butt and Paul Scholes celebrating that goal. Is there anything you took from Ryan Giggs' technique for free kicks, from the training ground into your own game?
Yeah, I mean, he had an incredible left foot. And if you see there also Paul Scholes, the way he hit the balls. I definitely, when I was a kid, tried to learn from everyone, and especially from free kick takers. Ryan had an incredible left foot, but also, for example, David Beckham, which is an example for all of us who love free kicks. He was unbelievable with different techniques. Also, Cristiano Ronaldo on his time at United also scored an incredible goal. I think it was against Portsmouth.
Yeah.
One of the best free kicks I have ever seen. And all the players, of course, like Pirlo, the midfielder master and midfielder and master also of free kicks. Juninho Pernambucano, Brazilian player who played for Leon and had an incredible technique for free kicks. Assunção, who was a Brazilian player that played for Betis in Spain. And I remember him scoring, I think, 2 goals from free kick in the same game. And he had a third free kick and he hit the crossbar. So his technique was just unbelievable. And I always try to learn from them.
All the masters. You mentioned every single master that comes to mind when talking about free kicks there, Juan. So let's take a look at a slightly different free kick this time against Stoke City. More of a crossing position, Juan. What are you thinking when you're sort of stepping over the ball in this environment?
When you shoot a free kick from those kind of position, which is not a direct free kick, but is a free kick that can be a cross, I always try to put the ball in a situation which is difficult for the goalkeeper. So he doesn't know if he has to go out or wait, or somebody can touch the ball and then aim normally for the second post, like in this one. This one was a funny one because Marcos Rojo, like you can say here, he was claiming that he scored the goal. After seeing in the repetition, I don't think he touches it. But anyway, I think if he would have touched, he wasn't in offside. So it's better that I take it for myself. Look, yeah.
Just slightly offside there, but of course, Juan, I'm going to give that free kick to you 100% of the time. But yeah, you mentioned the sort of crossing position. You're looking at the goalkeeper, you're trying to cause that sort of problem. In England, we call it that sort of corridor of uncertainty, but something that very much that you're trying to put into your game.
Yes, and it's something that I have learned also from the goalkeepers that I have played with. They always hate when you're training and practicing your free kicks from there, and you put the ball in a situation when they're uncertain and they don't know if they can go and punch it or not. There's many people in the box. It's a very difficult ball for the goalkeepers, and if the ball is going to the goal with nobody touching, like here, or Marcos touching a little bit, the goalkeeper has a very, very little chance to save it. He's out of the free kick. Yeah.
Very interesting from the wide areas. Now slightly a different situation, high pressure. The current score in this game was 0-0, 83 minutes gone, Juan. You've got this opportunity from the dead ball situation. How do you calm yourself down in these environments?
Well, I try to put the ball in what I feel is the right position. Of course, what the referee says that the ball has to be. But after that, I always count my steps back. I try to breathe and just calm myself. And in this particular free kick, I also have help from our goalkeepers coach who tells me how opposing goalkeepers react normally in penalties and free kicks. So I kind of knew that Gomez is a goalkeeper that tries to anticipate and is very quick on the line. And I felt that he was a little bit too much to the right, to his left. And so it opened a little space for me in the, let's call it the long post. Instead of trying to go over the wall, Memphis Depay, I think it was Memphis. He did a run, so the goalkeeper had to move a little bit, as you can see.
Mm.
And I just tried to curve it over him to the long top corner, and it was important because we won 1-0 with that goal. I was captain of the game, and so it was a, let's say, a very good ending of the game.
A very proud moment as well, captain in Manchester United and scoring the winning free kick one.
Not bad, not bad.
Not bad at all. So we're going to move forward again, taking out some more free kicks. There's hundreds of these free kicks, it appears, Juan. Next up, we're going to look at your free kick against Leicester City in the Premier League. Again, it's sort of this, we've seen quite a few from this position, Juan. Is this a position that you like, that you practice a lot?
Yeah, it's a position that I like and that I practice a lot because, as I told you before, it's a position where I feel comfortable in putting the ball over the wall. And I think this time I aimed over Harry Maguire, actually, who was on the wall. And I have the feeling that when the ball goes over the wall and the free kick is close to the box, because of the way that I hit the ball, the goalkeeper is difficult for him to arrive on time because the ball has not a lot of space to go down and in. And in this one, it wasn't too accurate or it wasn't too much into the top corner, but because it was quick, I didn't take a lot of steps and I hit as soon as the referee blew the whistle. Schmeichel didn't see the ball until it was very close to him, so he couldn't react. And again, it's important the technique, the way you hit the ball, with which part of the foot you hit the ball, because like we will see later, Marcus and other players have a different kind of contact with the ball. Mine one is with the inner part of the foot, trying to make the ball go up and down and slightly from left to right.
Yeah, it's interesting that a lot of your free kicks do look quite similar in that environment. We're going to take a look at one final Juan Mata free kick, this time against Newcastle United. This kick started an excellent comeback from 2-0 down. Do you feel like set-piece moments like this can really fire up the team, can fire up the crowd and build momentum?
Yes, I believe so. And in this game, we had a great example. We were losing 0-2 against Newcastle at home, and this was the 1-2, and after that, we won the game. So I think that free kicks, corners, all the dead ball situations have nowadays a lot of importance in the game. I think they have a high percentage of the amount of goals that have been scored from dead ball situations. And so that's why I try to focus and try to help the team also with one part of my game that has been important always for me, scoring free kicks. My dad used to be a professional football player, and he was very good at free kicks. I think one season he scored 6 or 7 free kicks in the same season. And so probably when I was a kid, I was, of course, practicing with him. And if I can score goals like this nowadays, it's also thanks to him and his training with me with the technique.
We're going to end things by looking at different free kick techniques, Juan. Your teammate Marcus Rashford has scored some unbelievable goals from a dead ball situation. What do you think of his technique?
It's unbelievable. The way he kicks the ball is just a joke. It feels so natural for him, but I can tell you it's very difficult for a football player to hit the ball the way he does it. This goal is in Cardiff, one of the first games with Ole as a manager, if not the first. And it's just the way he hits the ball. I think he needs to be a bit farther out to hit it properly. I prefer to be closer to the box because of the way I kick. But the way he kicks is just so difficult for the goalkeeper because it's quite unpredictable. He kicks it with the laces, as you can see, full contact with the ball. So the ball can go either over the wall or to the goalkeeper side like this one, but it goes so quick, so powerful. So the goalkeeper has little time to react. And this second goal, which is against Chelsea, that was incredible. I was on the bench. I was feeling good about it. I could see his face. He was focused, and I can see him in training the way he kicks. And so when he put the ball, and also because of the ball from this cup is different to the Premier League and to the FA Cup, that's also an important factor that we should speak about when we shoot free kicks, because depending on the ball, one type of technique or other is different and is more effective. I think this ball is perfect for Marcus. First, hitting from that distance, you have to be brave and you have to believe that you got a good kick on you. And secondly, the way he contact the ball is just perfect. So the ball just goes straight, but flies to the left, to the top corner, as you can see here, and leaves no chance for the goalkeeper. Even in the fly, moves right left, which is very difficult for goalkeepers. I think goalkeepers hate this kind of contact, and it makes it very difficult for them. It was an unbelievable goal. It was similar to the Cristiano Ronaldo goal against Portsmouth, I believe.
Thanks, Juan, for joining us today. Head over to the official Manchester United app, powered by HCL, where you can find exclusive player content, one-of-a-kind statistics, and a whole lot more. And we'll see you next time on Box to Box.